Marcus coming inside more than Dundee would want. He's open. There's the shot.
Oh, look, 8 seconds left. Oh, and that's it.
In 1987, after 10 years away from the ring, Foreman surprised the boxing world by announcing a comeback at the age of 38.
Tyson and those guys were literally becoming more and more afraid of me.
Matter of fact, that exhibition, and there goes LaCusta.
In 1991, Foreman finally received a crack at his goal. He challenged Evander Holyfield for the undisputed heavyweight championship.
Oh, another. And they trade punches. Punch for punch.
Holyfield earned the victory via decision, but Foreman earned respect.
But realistically, we've proven that the age 40, not 50, not 60 is not a death sentence after all.
In January 1993, American heavyweight boxer George Foreman took on South African Pierre Coetzer.
Winning the fight is stabilized with the world title.
The 258-pound Foreman had come into the fight saying he wanted one more shot at the heavyweight championship.
He's 44 years old. He took a beating from Stewart. Does he still belong in there?
The mustachioed South African rose to prominence in the 1990s in rumbling with huge names like Riddick Bowe and Frank Bruno.
Does he have the capacity to embarrass George in the same way that Stewart did here last April?
Coetzer never managed to fight for a world title, but he sure made his mark as a tough warrior, as a man who was blessed with some iron chin.
Early on, or
he hits with both hands. He's got that short clubbing left hand.
Go flick the head back of Pierre Coetzer.
He pounds that jab. Foreman is going to physically fade at all, whether he's in good enough condition to keep administering this kind of pounding.
Coetzer, at 216 pounds, looked like a speedy cruiserweight next to the ponderous Foreman.
Foreman is kind of it for the two champions.
George Foreman at the age of 44, a stunning success story in terms of his comeback trail and impact as a George Foreman jab.
For all of his flab and slowness of foot, Foreman still has a powerful left jab.
But they haven't changed the...
Right hand Pierre Coetzer seems to be bothering George Foreman somewhat.
I see Foreman just continue to pound him. No problems. There was a good shot by Coetzer.
Foreman continues to stalk, throwing weight. And here he continues to allow the punches by Pierre Coetzer to at least land, but certainly not do any damage. And then moves in.
By virtue of those two defeats, solid defeats, so to speak, he's here tonight to make a payday.
And he keeps coming back at George Foreman. He's not content to stay back.
Early in the fourth round, Foreman decked Coetzer with a left hook.
Oh, that was a good left hook.
And a right following up, sending
Coetzer actually threw a punch after Foreman tagged him, then crashed to his back.
and waiting for the opportunity that came in a lightning flash. Continues to wade in, throwing
Good shots to the body. Good shots to the body.
Right to Pierre Coetzer.
Very impressive the way he's making every punch count.
Huge left and right. There's another left jab. Scheduled 10 rounds. Phil, you've got to admire the staying power of this Pierre Coetzer.
Right in the bargain as Coetzer threw a right hand.
Pierre Coetzer staying in there and left shots to the head of Pierre Coetzer, and this man continues to stay on his feet.
Much on the receiving end now. There doesn't seem to be an awful lot left.
Well, we'll be coming to the end of round number 4. It's scheduled to go 10 rounds here at the Reno.
But Coetzer came back in the fifth round, peppering Foreman with jabs and straight rights, none of which had any apparent effect.
Another left jab. Another left jab, another left jab. All finding their mark and all having effect. We're in the 5th round of a scheduled 10-round fight. It's a heavyweight fight between George Foreman and Pierre Coetzer. Control of the bout. He's scheduled to fight Tommy Morrison, who earlier defeated Carl Williams.
Good shots by Foreman. Went to the body first, opened him up, and then rammed those rights and lefts to the head.
Pierre Coetzer continues to flick out those left jabs. They are having some effect on George Foreman as he's showing puffiness around his eyes. As Pierre Coetzer continues to flick out those left jabs. They are having some effect on George Foreman as he's showing puffiness around his eyes.
Control belongs all to Foreman still. That really hasn't changed. He's just pounding away, using the left to orchestrate, and then yes, the world as ruled by the IBF and WBA.
And Pierre Coetzer seems
Good uppercut,
to be able to withstand a Riddick bow, although he was decimated by bow. He seems to be handling himself pretty well against George Foreman.
Given his age and how he fought against Alex Stewart, far more intriguing, far better performance.
He snapped Coetzer's head back more than 100 times and turned his face into a bloody pulp.
George Foreman now going on the offensive against Pierre Coetzer.
I was in LA a couple of weeks ago when he shot the pilot of a sitcom that Tony Danza is co-producing.
Foreman seemingly having Coetzer in the...
In the 7th, Coetzer hit Foreman with his best punch of the fight, a straight right hand to the face, but Foreman wasn't fazed.
And wades in and try to do some damage on George Foreman.
They threw a good left-right combination.
To the left eye of George Foreman. George Foreman continues to swell somewhat earlier than his previous fights.
I see some blood on Foreman's face, but I believe that's Coetzer's blood.
The fight ended in the 8th, when Foreman rocked Coetzer with a 5-punch combination, finishing with a right that put him down.
Some strong left-right combination by George Foreman that buckles Pierre Coetzer.
Coetzer got up, but when Foreman began punching him against the ropes, Cortez stopped the fight at 1:48 of the round.
He wades in now with uppercuts that seem to take their toll. And Joe Cortez takes a cue and stops the fight.
The winner by TKO, the former heavyweight champion of the world, George Foreman.
Years ago, the Muhammad Ali days, I would have went wild trying to get that knockout shot, but I got a little older and wiser now, so I took my time and realized I got a good left jab. Why not use it? I'm winning.
This KO win sends Foreman into a match against Tommy Morrison, who got up from 2 fifth-round knockdowns to stop Carl the Truth Williams at same card.
He called time but didn't follow through with it. The tape's everywhere. Fight is over.
He lost on points in a disappointing fight from his perspective, but Foreman continued to be one of the biggest draws in the sport, and in 1994, he would have one more shot at the crown.
There's a right hand. Down goes Moore. He's flat on his back.
Delivering a 10th-round knockout against Michael Moore, Foreman became the oldest fighter to win the heavyweight title an incredible 20 years after losing it to Muhammad Ali.